We have our blindfolded blind daters on the phone. They joined us earlier in the week after going on a blindfolded blind date at Wicked Burgers, Tacos, and Brews. And Squid was there.
Dressed as Cupid.
Mm-hmm. Which I was at Wicked Burgers, Tacos, and Brews. That's where Ann and I went on our first date. So for Valentine's, we said, let's go there for lunch.
That's so romantic. You guys sit on the same side of the booth? Like hold hands?
We do side sit sometimes.
No,
My
you don't.
gosh.
No, we didn't yesterday.
Have you done it before?
Yes, I just said we do it sometimes.
You sit on the same side of the booth as her.
That's
Yeah.
lame.
Oh my
gosh,
can
can it get worse?
Maybe.
You
Do you
are
dip
in
your
the sixth
finger in
grade.
queso and put it in the
Okay, that's not sixth grade. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you went to middle school.
I have to agree with you. That is over the line.
That is like a frat thing or something. I don't know what that is. No, we didn't sit side sit, but we have before. Anyway, and so we were there and we're talking to the
So
owner,
gay.
and they said, "Love is gay."
I don't even think Ben and I said Happy Valentine's Day to each other. I'm
Really?
pretty sure. We were like, hey, you want to lay out things for the kids? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to write a book called "Love Is Gay."
It
and it's
is.
a very non against anybody. Just that's what it is.
And that was
That
like
might go number
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might. But that's like the term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like a little bit of cheesy.
Cheesiness.
But that's what it's all about.
It is. Yeah, things
is.
that you say to your girlfriend or your wife, every guy, they would be embarrassed to say in front of their guy friends.
Which, like, when you
Speak for
guys
yourself.
realize that all of your guy friends are saying it, then you won't be embarrassed
yeah,
anymore.
I'm not anymore. I
Everybody says
wouldn't
it.
like just offer it up to somebody like
I
Jason. or
get
something.
that all, but at the same time, it's like if you're trying to even be like nice and romantic in love, don't you want to face the person so you can see them and not turn
No,
your
it's,
head?
not, it's not ideal, but there's been some times where you kind of want to sit next to each
I
other.
just need some elbow room while I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, get off
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also do watch a lot of sports too. So then you watch the TV and then.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
see.
But no,
Okay.
we've side
Yeah.
sat with no TVs. That's
Wow.
next. That's next. I have always made fun of side sitters.
It's so uncomfortable.
yeah.
It's not only uncomfortable for the people who are doing it, but it's uncomfortable for everybody else.
Yes,
No,
it is.
Because then I'm forced to see you being weird.
And the whole time, I'm like, what loser?
Yeah.
You're ruining my lunch.
No, we are thoughtful. We bring a mannequin to put on the
Oh.
other side of us.
Oh, I was gonna say you bring a mirror for the other side. You put a mirror on the other side, so they're they're sitting
There's
across.
four of us here. Yeah, we see everywhere we look.
It's totally normal.
Anyway, I was talking to the owner, Wicked Burgers,
Yes.
Tacos, and Brews, and he said Squid walked in with his Cupid outfit on. Like there's an AML there that went nuts.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, there he is. Like there was nothing was abnormal about it.
The only thing that was abnormal about it is that your nipple was constantly exposed.
I tried. I kept saying I kept getting the nip slip kept happening, but I tried my best.
You
Can't
could
help
not,
it.
yeah, you could not work in the kitchen there.
Yeah, because I think when we ordered it, we like ordered it a size up just to be safe, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is what we get. A little more risque.
What happens?
Yeah.
He was in like one of the recap videos. I could not focus on what they were saying because Squid, every time you extended your hand to like pretend like you were using the arrow as a microphone,
Yeah.
your nipple it was just right there.
You're welcome. Next time it won't be for free.
Sexy Cupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh no!
It was
don't
just,
apologize.
you know.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he said that watching two blindfolded people on a date, not only eating but axe throwing. That's anyway.
That's entertainment, man.
Yeah.
Right. So we had them in studio, and they both were like, "We want to go out again." And then they took off their blindfolds, and they still wanted to go out. And
Yeah.
they went out on Valentine's Day. We do have Brett and Paul on the phone. Good morning,
Hi, guys.
Hello. Morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's start with Brett. How'd you think?
This is the new restaurant, right?
Yeah, they went to a different restaurant.
Yeah.
Last night we had an AML that heard us talking about it, said, hey, they can come over here for Valentine's Day. So we had a
So
romantic
nice.
what looked like we saw a picture, a romantic dinner together. Brett, how did the Valentine's dinner go?
I could not have asked for a better date. It went great. The Christopher's, for one, the food was amazing, so I really appreciate them reaching out to you guys and helping us out to get a reservation. So that was beautiful. But my date was amazing.
Wow.
What was it? What made
My
it
day was
so
better.
Oh, he couldn't even wait.
So what time did she go home? What time did she go home? 2 o'clock? Or did
She just spent.
No, I actually think we made it home in a decent hour. I don't really know what hour. I think I got home
what
at
time did you get to?
10:30.
The same house or different houses?
12:15.
No, we went home. We went separately.
Because I figured it
I
went
think
good.
we started at 7:30.
I figured it went good because about 11 o'clock, I got a text from Paul, a picture of them together saying, "Happy Valentine's Day, mother effer." And I was like, Paul, I didn't know you had that dirty language.
My boy.
And hey, don't why you rubbing it in and I'm single as hell. That was unnecessary.
Squid's just sitting on his bed with a
Guess they had fun.
Yeah.
I was eating tortilla chips, watching The Bachelor. I'm like, what is this?
It's called a fun life.
It's
Yeah,
called Happy
it was.
Valentine's to me.
So, Brett, I want to ask you first. What you're saying? Oh, it was a great date. You had a lot of. What was it about Paul in the moment that you really enjoyed?
Paul is a beautiful soul, so he's just a good human. We had a great conversation. He's very caring. We have a lot in common. It's kind of all of the things, like I'm in my 30s, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can relate to this. It is not easy to date as an adult. Like in your teen years, your early 20s, it's simple, it's whatever. The older you get, the more complicated life becomes with our jobs and kids and all these other things. So it was really enjoyable to have a moment with someone that you can connect with and have a good conversation and have a lot in common with. So it was a really wonderful night.
Now, Brett, can we ask you this? Have you been married before, and do you have kids?
Yeah, we didn't know that.
I have not been married before. I do not have kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
think
I
she's
just
saying
know
in
that
general.
a lot of
yeah.
people my age do have that, you
Right.
know?
No, yeah, I just didn't know when you said that. I was like, oh, maybe she has kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
Squid,
I don't have any
and
kids.
Squid would agree. He's trying to date.
He's in the camp that she just said was like really easy and fun. So we don't know what your problem is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still having fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over
that's
25 now. He's hitting the late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you can lower your tone, dude.
like the
I'm
way
a young
you're
buck.
talking to me.
I'm a young buck in my 20s.
You are, Squid. You are.
Yeah.
Lower
Yeah.
your tone.
I don't think you're old or anything. All right, Paul, what do you think? What was it about? You said your date was better, which would be Brett. But what is so great about, in your opinion, about Brett?
We have even more in common than I actually could even have imagined. Everything we talked about, we agree on, or we just joked and laughed the whole time. She's just constantly happy. I enjoy making her smile, and she actually, and we even found out that we both did hiking at the same place when we were younger. We might actually know the exact same area, so it's almost like talking to someone you've already been on the adventure with. And she gets me
He
excited
used
to, go out and do more things.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You need to hire him to write your letters.
Yeah, I've noticed Paul is very poetic with his
It
words.
seems, yeah.
He's
He is poetic. He's very poetic with his words.
He's
like-
really defending her man now.
Yeah, he's very poetic.
Darn right.
Did you guys, was there a little kissy at the end of the date?
That's a yes.
I mean, it wasn't the end of the date,
Yeah,
so
it was.
it was after we left the first restaurant. But yeah,
Where's the after
So
party?
then, where was the full-blown makeout session?
Cafe Europa. That's all you're gonna get.
Okay.
Oh.
No, we're going to get it all, Paul.
Yeah.
We made a love connection happen.
You you basically owe us your life now.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Read the fine print.
That contract you signed to throw axes at Wicked Weed, there was more written down on that thing.
I knew it.
Your firstborn is ours.
And Squid will be your ring bearer dressed as Cupid.
Yes.
You got it. I
All
never read the
right.
fine print either. Now, would you guys, Brett, I'll start with you. Would you ever side sit at a restaurant together at this point?
Would I sit beside him?
Yeah, at a restaurant.
In the same booth.
Without somebody else.
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Without somebody else there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But someone else needs to be there.
Yeah, a little off.
Paul, would you do side sitting?
Absolutely. I was actually thinking about ways that would make things easier. It's really hard to kiss across the table, but if you're side sitting, it makes it really easy.
Well,
So,
maybe
yeah.
you can kiss after you eat.
Yeah, not in the restaurant where everybody else has to see it.
Yeah.
How about that?
No.
That's their problem.
I like that. That is their problem.
And side sitting, there is an expiration date if you do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get to where you're married or further down the road, you don't ever do that again unless you have to because your 7 kids are on the other side of the booth.
Yeah, or you're out with couple friends or something.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll
If
sit beside. Yeah.
there's another couple, no problem.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to do that with Ben at some point just to see how uncomfortable I can make
Oh,
him.
he'll be
And
Yeah.
don't
It's
laugh.
like
Just say, "Hey, will you sit next to me?" And just see what he says, and see if he does it.
I can
Or
already
just
tell you, be
sit
like,
there.
yeah, I'm a left-handed. I can just see it. I could see it.
All right, so you need to get in the booth first.
I have to get on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work. Then you have even more elbow room, technically.
Yeah, I don't like it. Never mind. I'm
I've
not doing
always-
this. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Be open-minded to side sitting.
It makes me feel claustrophobic.
Oh, pick a big booth.
Mm.
All right. Well, so I'm assuming there's going to be another date. Is that correct? Brett.
I mean, yes. Yeah. Oh, Brett, sorry. She can answer.
Brett, go ahead.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Will there be another date?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, I hope so.
Yeah.
She has to
Yeah.
go back. She has to
There
go
will be
back
another
and get her toothbrush from his apartment.
Did anything other than kissing and making out happen?
Absolutely.
Good one, Squid.
I'm not going to answer that. Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion they
We
did
went
it in the
to
car.
anyway.
Oh. Now that I would do.
Paul's too poetic. I'm not going to side sit, but if you got a
I have a
Subaru.
sneaking suspicion that they definitely did it.
Do you have inside info, or this
No,
is just
but,
how you're feeling?
you know,
They're not answering.
I
They
noticed-
clearly
Yeah.
did.
I noticed weird.
The
You might say
giggling.
weird things. I know this right away.
I
Boom.
feel the giggling. Yeah.
So that's why Paul is saying, well, on the journey that
On the
we
journey.
both hiked at the same place. You know what? Probably everyone in the tribe's hiked at the same place.
The ups
There's like
and-
one or two
yes.
places to go hiking. And we went down the same slide at Wet and Wild Emerald Point.
And it's the ups and downs of a possible child on the way. I hope not. Got to get tested. I don't know.
They're like, you went to Harris Teeter. I went to Harris Teeter.
You've been on I-40. I've been on I-40. That's the exciting thing.
at McDonald's too?
You're not piped in from Seattle. I'm not piped in from Seattle. This is great.
That's okay. Inside joke.
It's okay.
And that's okay. All right. Well, Brett and Paul, so you both, Brett, so you're not going to answer if y'all did more than making out. Is that correct?
We no, I'm not. But we did it. It was a first date, you guys. Come on.
No, second
Yeah.
date.
Second date.
Second date.
We're not saying you had to.
Well,
We're just
okay,
thinking you may have.
It's a first date unblindfolded.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of a first date.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I think that Jason was married by his second date,
And
right? Weren't
Jared.
you? Yeah. Well, that's true. Yes. Okay.
All right. Well,
We're
Brett
happy
and
for you.
Paul, anything this weekend? I know you're going out of town, Brett, but is Paul now invited?
I did actually.
Well, she did invite me. Yeah.
What?
But unfortunately, this is the perfect opportunity for me to go get some stuff done and hang out with my family for a day or so. And then I'll be free for her when she gets back.
And with
Oh,
your new
yeah.
family.
Free for
Coming soon.
her, man.
And I like that playing a little hard to get. Like, no, I mean, I know you're going to Charleston, but I mean,
But
I've got ring shopping to do.
and a crib to build.
And a shot to get.
And a car to get cleaned and detailed.
yeah. You know, you got to hire that real estate agent. Yeah. All right, Brett and Paul, thank you so much for calling in. And
Yes.
seriously, we're happy that you guys hit it off. Seriously, it's really awesome.
Nobody's more surprised than us, for real.
Yeah, when we set
Nobody.
this whole thing up, we're like, it'll be fun one date, but the likelihood of it working is not
Yeah.
good.
It usually doesn't.
No. All right.
I'll be
proud of
honest.
us.
I thought the same thing. So I think you guys should do this more often. I read the comments under the Facebook video, and there's a few people that have been all in, and they're like, "Yeah, you guys should do this more often," and I think you should.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Any last words, Brett, before we let you go?
I love you.
Just thank you for this experience. It's been beautiful, and I've had a blast on it so far.
Okay. And
So
It's been
nice.
100% worth it.
well, you're welcome. And then, Paul, anything you want to say to Brett before you get off the phone?
I was going to tell her to drive safe and get back soon, and I'll see you when you get back.
Oh.
And then thank you guys for getting all this started. I'll take it from here.
Okay.
Mm.
Butt out.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
That was like, okay,
Stop
this is going down
contacting me.
a road that I don't want it to go down with them.
He's like,
Especially that Jason a-hole.
Like, I don't work for you guys. All right, guys. Very happy for you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, something happened. Something happened.
Well, good for them.
I mean, because if you say that anything more happened, most people don't. I don't think they incorporate cop a feel into that. That's already kind of with the make out. So that's why I
Okay.
think something
Mhm.
significant
They
happened.
got, you think, handsy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
100%.
all right.
Because if they sound like, when you remember when I
Yeah.
first went on dates and girls that just connected right away, and Carol, we would make out at the bar and for 2 hours straight in front of the bartender and
Sit on the same side of the booth.
Exactly.
Well, you think at a bar you're side sitting.
You are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a little different because
Yeah.
you know
And a bar
seat
stool.
the other way.
No, it's more acceptable, but
Yes.
you're still side sitting. Yeah. I'm going to push this.
There's only one side to sit on, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if you went
Yeah.
across the bar, you would
They
get
would get
kicked
kicked out. Yeah,
Be an
that's
employee.
also
So
true.
that's your only option.
Yeah.
Not the same, but
Yeah, still kind of awkward trying to talk like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, but yeah, go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
No, it's not. It is. I don't like side sitting because of that. I even with Carol, like I don't mind side sitting like with a buddy, but
Whoa.
with a wife,
Tell us more.
it's like it's just odd because you just
No, I
your
know.
next turn you're trying to eat this way. You can't really appreciate. I don't know. You can't fully see them.
I think the side sit rule would be under 10% of the time.
I hope less.
Can
I'm
you
with
just
you.
try
Whenever
it
you
once?
I mean, I have done it before. It's just not my thing.
Okay, when did you do it? When you were
It's-
newly dating somebody?
Yeah. It's just not,
I think once you're married, you don't side sit
Mm-mm.
unless you have to.
I want
Yeah.
elbow room
You might even be at the same table
to
at some
really
point.
get into
Yeah.
those wings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Squid, do you ever side sit?
I'm thinking about it. I think I might have I guess the last time I went on like a date, I kind of did, but it was like a taco place in like the bar. It was like a table that's like the length of the restaurant with like the high chairs all along
Friendship
it.
table.
So you kind of just kind of sit wherever you can like squeeze in.
That's what they're called.
They are?
Are they
yeah.
really?
Oh, well, because so it's like and there's like seats all down both sides, and you got to find a seat, and we just kind of sat next to each other.
Okay.
But that's not the same as like a booth.
No.
But we sat next to each other, so I guess.
And Matt, we do have to ask you, you've sat side
No.
sat before.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Well, back then
No.
he took up the whole booth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. Like, I don't want booths, period, when I go on dates. I want a table.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
have a chair that I can move around in. Because if I'm in a booth, there's a shot that my gut is going to be pressed against the table the whole time. You don't want to sit next
But
to
not
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. But now I wouldn't do it. I make fun of
Yeah.
people when I see them do it.
Yeah.
You should do
In
it now,
fact,
though. Live that life that you never got to
No.
live.
I'm not a huge
Slim Daddy Matt. Yeah.
I'm not a huge booth fan as it is. Like even
Oh, I
even
like
small.
a booth.
Oh yeah,
No,
I like the
my
booth.
own
Yeah.
chair. I can adjust and move, and you don't have to get out every time if somebody has to go. I'm
Oh,
not into that.
If
I
I don't have a
prefer-
booth, I kind of get upset.
Yeah, I prefer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Totally
like
the
the
opposite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, now that that's settled.
All right. So for Torture Tuesday, Katie's going to side sit with her husband.